1792, George Washington impaneled the first congressional investigation of a failed battle. It is not new for there to be military mistakes. It is not new. But it is, in fact, a tradition that investigations don't end until every question has been answered. Even though we spent a little over an hour here today with these families, we could have spent 2 or 3 or 4 hours and not heard all the questions they have. Others have told us of things like a bullet found inside their loved one, when in fact we were told it was a bomb, and they have evidence. Others have asked, I got my son's phone back, but the SIM card containing those pictures, those selfies, had been removed. Can I have it back? There are many, many questions unasked or unspoken today that have been asked that we will get to the bottom of. So for the families who came so far and said what they said here today, thank you. For those in attendance as witnesses, on behalf of all of them, all of us have an obligation to retell their stories, to not let it fade until every question has been answered. That's not one member of Congress, that's every American's obligation. So again, you'll hear thank you for your sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice you asked for. It may well have been a sacrifice that we could have avoided. But thank you, and thank your loved ones, and thank every military person who knowingly signs up to go in harm's way, knowing that what happened to your children, your loved ones, could happen to them every day. This is not the end, but it is the end for today. We stand adjourned.
What was the purpose legislatively with this forum happens?
What we wanted to achieve is for accountability for those members of the cabinet, from the State Department, the DOD, step up and give us the answers we want. All we want is somebody to be accountable and say, you know what, this isn't going to happen again. We're learning from this, we'll take this and not have it again.
Wasn't there a congressional hearing on this subject, and why didn't that satisfy the needs of this forum?
Because none of the answers are being given to us.
Okay.
We want to know how this happened. Who planned all this? Why did it have to happen and it was so chaotic that we don't have the answers? There were 170 is what is being told, but I've got an Afghan citizen that my son was one of the last ones that he was able to get out. Said that there's over 250 Afghans now because of the injuries sustained. So we have no idea. Our government has no idea. Did they talk to witnesses? So where are those witnesses? If they've got any of these other things, let's get you upstairs.
Okay. Congressman, what would you say to those who would say that this is
we're doing something else right now.
Exploiting
Hey, we're doing
families.
Hey, we need sound. We need sound, okay?
Was 2 miles from the gates of Camp Pendleton, where they deployed from, many of them. This is the right place to do it, and the people that came here are, in fact, the families and the extended families of the Blues Marines and others.
Why not do this in D.C.? Why not do this in front of with Congress?
Well, as one member of Congress, you do what you can, where you can. These families did come to Washington and told many of us their stories. I don't believe this is the last time it's going to be heard. One of the advantages of doing it here, though, is, look, we didn't want to make this political, even though some of the family members had things to say that might have sounded political. It's their words. We wrote no scripts, and we didn't want that. You noticed a lot of the family members just wanted to tell you about how their child became a Marine or became an Army or Navy. And so by doing it here, I think we made it more about the families and about what Gold Star families face.
A lot of them spoke about misinformation, unanswered questions. What can you tell us about that? Is that something you're still working on?
Yeah, there are unanswered questions. One of the witnesses today actually has survival pieces that show the effects of a bullet, of a shot. There's a claim that it was just a bomb. Well, it was a bomb plus some bullets. Clearly, the pictures, for example, I mentioned this. The pictures inside these phones, it's fine to take a copy of them. The families deserve those pictures, those selfies that troops take all the time. And so some of these kinds of things, some is evidence, and some is simply personal property. All right, return. Thank you. Thank you.